Hello movie lovers, story recaps here. Today, I'm going to explain the American drama thriller film called Before I Wake. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. Midnight finds an adult man sauntering into a young child's chamber. He shoots at the kid who is fast asleep. He calls him Cody and apologizes, appearing to be scared. He is startled into pulling the trigger, and the gunshots rouse Cody. The man apologizes to him while sobbing uncontrollably. A few months later, Jesse and Mark Hobson have been given the go-ahead to become foster parents. Natalie, a foster care employee, is seated across from them. She talks to them about Cody, an 8-year-old child. Cody's mother passed away when he was just 3 years old, and his father never showed up. Cody's experiences in the foster care system have not been particularly positive. Prior to being rescued, his prior foster parents had abandoned him, and he had been living alone for approximately a month. Although he struggles with sleep, he is strong and intelligent. He would be ideal for the Hobsons to foster, according to Natalie. The Hobsons excitedly returned to their home that day after discovering the ideal child for them. Sean, their small kid, had tragically drowned in a bathtub. The couple was greatly impacted by this, but they are now prepared to expand their family. They redecorate the residence at home to accommodate Cody's needs. Mark removes every image of Sean from the walls, leaving only their family portrait. Additionally, he attaches a second handle to the wall next to the bathtub. Later on that day, Jessie shares their choice to foster Cody with her self-help group. Everyone is delighted for her there. Since Sean's passing, Jessie has had problems falling asleep. The pair excitedly awaits Cody's arrival the following day. They pull Natalie's car into their driveway and rush to greet Cody. He says good morning to the pair. He comes a box, which Mark assists him in carrying inside. Cody appears to have noticed the family photo with Sean while he is exploring around the house. As Mark tells him about his game collection, he just stares at it. The adults then lead him to his beloved new room. Especially the butterfly-adorned curtains. Cody likes to collect butterflies as a hobby, Natalie informs the group. The following evening, the couple puts Cody to bed. Cody sits up and opens the box he brought with him after they depart, though. A drink can and a book on butterflies are both found inside. He takes a sip of the Coke and starts reading the book by torchlight under the blanket. He doesn't get any rest. His first day of school is the next day. Cody meets Annie that day at school and becomes friends with her. That day, Jessie discovers Cody's hidden box when she is folding his laundry. His book on butterflies, several soda cans, and a stimulant bottle are all found inside. She questions him about the box before she puts him to sleep each night. He claims that the stimulants and Coke cans are there to prevent him from dozing off. The canker man comes, he continues, when he falls asleep. Jessie rejects it, assuming that the child is only having nightmares. She assures him that the man will leave without much provocation. Cody, though, is convinced that the canker man devoured his mother and is constantly present. After putting him to sleep, Jessie visits Mark in the living room. After searching into Cody's stuff, she regrets it. Although she feels as though she has intruded on his privacy, Mark tells her that it is for his benefit. They are watching a movie together later. Then suddenly, a number of butterflies enter the space. They seem to be holographic. The pair is utterly shocked to see so many people at once. While Jessie closes the windows, Mark catches one and puts it in a jar for Cody. All the butterflies fly away when the windows shut. The pair is in shock. Jessie struggles that night to get to sleep. She hears an odd noise in the kitchen and descends. She scans the area to see if someone has broken in. Sean arrives out of nowhere in the dim living room. Jessie is startled and a glass breaks out of her hand. Sean is gone when she glances up once again. When she enters Cody's room to check on him, he is sound asleep. On the next day, Jessie is back with the support group. She speaks to them about meeting Sean. She claims that Sean is upset about Cody taking his spot. Later that day, Mark witnesses Cody gazing intently at their family photo, which includes Sean. In their conversation, he brings up Sean. They patiently respond to all of Cody's inquiries. The butterflies return at night. Sean enters the room unexpectedly as they scan the area. He is dressed exactly as in their family photo. The pair is utterly shocked. They approach him and touch him. Once they do, they understand that he is genuine. However, Sean abruptly vanishes. At the same time, Cody begins to awaken. He descends and offers the couple his condolences. The next morning's breakfast is awkward. Jessie and Mark are still in shock and are at a loss for words. But they think that Cody is somehow related to Sean's appearance. Cody offers them an apology for something. Cody returns from school later, and the family watches recordings of Sean. Each of the three of them seem to be having a great time in the Christmas video. Cody goes to sleep at night, and Mark and Jesse remain in the living room. A Christmas tree and Christmas lights materialize out of nowhere in the space. Just then, Sean shows up dressed just as he did in the video. The animated video is now active. Jesse and Mark are unable to speak. They understand at last that Cody possesses magical abilities. While he sleeps, he experiences all of his dreams. But the dream is gone as he wakes up. The following day, Cody sketches a man and goes on to scribble over it. The canker man, he informs Annie. Sometimes the man stays away when Cody draws over him. Cody can see the images of Sean thanks to Jesse. She yearns to reconnect with her late son. Mark, though, is not a fan of the concept. He claims that Jesse is utilizing Cody to gratify her cravings. Jesse, though, is adamant that Cody is the only one who can aid in their recovery. Mark stows the picture frames away in anger. Cody takes a butterfly that has been captured in a jar to school the next day. Tate, his tormentor, breaks it though. Cody nearly nods off in class since he has been awake all night due to his fear of the canker man. He is granted permission to take a nap in class during the lunch break. When he passes out there by himself, canker man is a dream that Cody has. A blessing and a curse come with Cody. His nightmares are as real as his dreams. Cody is sleeping when his bully walks into the room and confronts the canker man. Annie screams in terror as she observes the canker man enticing Tate. When Cody awakens, Tate is no longer there. Police show up at the school to start an investigation into the missing. Cody drinks coffee to stay awake because he can't risk falling asleep right now. Cody reads the book about butterflies that evening as he normally does. He checks beneath the bed after hearing a noise when suddenly Tate's ghost appears in front of him and grabs him underneath. Cody struggles and yells, "I am awake." In the meantime, Sean walks up to Jesse and declares, "I am awake." The dreams disappear when Cody yells loudly. In an effort to calm him down, Jesse runs over to him and inquires as to what is wrong. The next day, Jesse discusses Cody's insomnia with a medical professional. Cody and Mark go shopping and get items for Cody's room in the interim. When they return home, they find two policemen standing in front of their home. Cody will be questioned regarding Tate's disappearance. Later on that day, Cody queries the couple about Sean's passing, but they ignore him. Unbeknownst to her husband, Jesse mixes Cody's milk with the prescribed sleeping pills, and he consumes the mixture. As Mark puts Cody to bed, he tells him that Sean drowned and died. Cody has a restful night's sleep thanks to the medication. Mark and Jesse are back in the living room. Later, when Sean finally shows up in front of them, he looks evil and throws up water. Cody cannot wake up due to the medicine, despite Mark's best efforts. The dream quickly becomes into a nightmare. In the living room, a tall creature appears in front of Jesse. She shuts the door after sprinting to Cody's room. As Mark worries that Cody won't awaken, Jesse admits to having drugged him. As the beast eats Mark, she stares in fear. She suddenly loses consciousness. When she awakens in the morning, Cody has just dialed 911. There is no sign of Mark. It appears as though he vanished without a trace. When the police arrive, they suspect Jesse of giving the child drugs. They take Cody away while Jesse screams for them to stop because they think he is being mistreated by Jesse and Mark. When Jesse goes to Natalie, Natalie also accuses her of abusing children and tells her to leave. Jesse, however, manages to grab Cody's file after spotting it on her desk. She learns about a man named Whelan Young from the paperwork. He is the biological father of Cody's second foster family. She visits him there. Before his delusion ate up his wife as well, Young reveals to her that he and his wife fostered Cody for 15 months. The sequence at the start of the movie showed him being so furious with Cody that he came dangerously close to killing him. After that, he begs her to kill Cody so that no one else will suffer from his nightmares, but Jesse declines. She also discovers Cody's mother's details and her medical records in the file. She makes the decision to visit the hospital and conduct more research. Her mother's possessions are given to her by the hospital. It comprises of her journal and a pillow in the form of a butterfly. Jesse discovers the mystery regarding the presence of the canker guy by reading the journal and the reports. She then takes the pillow and heads to the orphanage where Cody is staying. Because Cody hasn't slept for a few nights, his caregivers are concerned for him. They give a canker man a tranquilizer to put him to sleep without telling him about it. That evening, Cody also had a dream about the man. Every room in the building is filled with nightmares when Jesse enters. A flutter of black moths startles her first, and then she finds Sean drowning in the bathtub. She then notices Cody's head being turned by a terrifying-looking woman. Finally, she notices Mark walking toward her. She locks the door to that room out of fear. She eventually makes it to Cody's room. Instead of fleeing as the canker guy approaches her to attack her, she shows him the butterfly cushion. When the canker man notices it, he stops. Jessie gives the man a long hug. The man changes into Cody while she accomplishes this, and Cody then vanishes. Cody is picked up by Jessie and taken outside while still asleep. The canker man has indulged Natalie, and she reanimates. Despite seeing Jessie whisk him away, she consents. They witness a number of stunning butterflies flying through the hallway. His worst dread has become a fantastical dream. On the next day, Jessie informs Cody that Andrea was his mother and that she passed away from pancreatic cancer. When Cody was a young boy, Andrea learned about his skull. It's been recorded by her in her journal. But Andrea was given a cancer diagnosis when he was only 3 years old. Cody has witnessed his mother fighting illness and on the point of passing away. At the time, she was bald and frail. He wasn't old enough to know that she was his mother, so his little mind made the canker guy out to be who it was. He was informed that his mother had passed away due to cancer. He eventually conjured up the canker man and thought that he had abducted her. His nightmares began after this. Jessie feels confident that his nightmare won't recur, now that Cody is aware that the canker guy is a myth. But Mark and the other individuals whom the canker man had abducted are still missing. Jessie thinks there could be a chance for them to return if Cody can learn to control his power. Cody contacts her mother after thanking Jessie for bringing him home. He starts to gain control of his magical talent. Don't forget to subscribe for more recaps like this, switch on alerts, and give a channel a thumbs up to help it grow. Thank you for taking the time to watch. Let's meet up the next day for another evaluation.